clearness of the video, and even though I always make sure that the volume is like balanced, it is a different vibe. I get it, so we are going to at least try to skip it, and let's see how you like it. I would really appreciate if you let me know which you prefer, if you would like me to keep having the song in the intro like in my previous videos, or if you would rather prefer me to skip it. So today will be a complete whisper video. That's also been requested, so let's see how that goes. Today's topic will be breaking free from what others think of you, what others expect of you and project on you, and to get familiar with what is possible instead, what you can choose instead. And we're going to ask Reiki to contribute, and this is a Reiki distance session, so we put that intention that Reiki works on the core and that it does its magic to where it originated, and that it contributes to us choosing differently and breaking free from living in anxiety of trying to live up to something that is not our expectation to begin with. So, wherever you are in the world, whenever in time you are watching this, receiving this, know that this video works as an energy healing session just as strongly for whatever place and whatever time. And how many times you choose to watch this, it will always work, and work with you and your consciousness for whatever you are going through at the time. If you have your own intention, feel free to put that out there, as I'm going to light some palo santo as we get into the mood, and to just bring that energy of the palo santo, as well as clearing anything in your space that is not contributing to you or to this session. I'm standing a bit far from the camera this time, and I have a small, tiny screen next to it, and my eyesight is not the best. I have never really gotten around to getting like prescription for it, like a proper one. So I'm just hoping that everything will kind of stay in focus. Except when I intended not to stay in focus, like now. flow. And I ask specifically that Reiki works and heals, starts healing and contributing to and mending the wounds that originally made us believe or think that we had to meet someone else's expectations, or think that we needed to prove ourselves in some way to be enough to be worthy. So Reiki, please work on those wounds. And I ask that all ascended Reiki masters, all Reiki guides, and any light beings, only of the light, that are able, capable, willing, and conscious, that you contribute to this session and to each and everyone who's watching. And contribute to their journey of breaking free from what others think, breaking free from I'm missing words here, but break free from that space of having to prove themselves. Thank you. And if you don't want to work with these light beings, just gently say no, thank you, and this session will still contribute to you. Reiki flow, Reiki flow, Reiki flow, Reiki flow. I'm going to just allow Reiki to flow, and you just lay back or sit back. Just be willing to receive, to receive, to receive. On every level. Right, shorts, boys and beyonds. Reiki flow, Reiki flow. Chokore, 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 chokore. When did you start believing that your choices, that your dreams, that your actions, and you as a person, as a being, were not enough just by being? What was it? And you don't have to know this cognitively, we're just kind of putting the energy up there. We're bringing the energy up, subconscious level and any subtle energetic levels in between. When did you start buying into the lie that you weren't magical, that you weren't amazing just by breathing, just by being, just by breathing? What was it? And before we move on, just as all of that energy is being brought up, let's destroy and uncreate all of that. Right and wrong, good and bad, button, buckle, nine shirts, boys and beyonds. What was it that made you second guess yourself? What was it that made you think that you had to prove your existence, prove your spot in the world, prove that you were magnificent, that you were amazing, that you were just enough? Whether that is to your family, to any people who you look up to, or anyone else, or everybody, said, but I am picking up that I have to say it again. Don't worry if you don't remember or don't know cognitively the answer to it. That's not what it is about. We are bringing up the subtle energies. We're bringing up everything that we can't even put into a memory or a word. And we are clearing the energy. We're destroying it to be able to create something new with the clearing statement. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And there's a link in the description if you haven't heard me talk about it before, or if this is possibly the first video of mine that you are seeing. So what would it take for you to know that everybody will always have their opinions? People will always have their points of view. And what would it take for you to know and to fully get that that has nothing to do with you? If people truly care about you, if people, okay, I'm gonna rephrase that because that's not true. People can care about you and still expect something of you. But if they care about you unconditionally and in a way that supports you, they would not expect these things of you. And I know that we, for example, have parents who expect some things of us. And let's just acknowledge that parents aren't perfect. Most of the time they still love us, but they have a lot of conditions to it. And a lot of people, a lot of parents are expecting things from their kids that they could never fulfill themselves. Something that they regret not doing, not being, not having, not receiving, not pursuing. And they, most of the time, very subconsciously expect that of their kids, just to fill up some kind of a regret void. And that's not going to create anything good for anyone. So just as long as we acknowledge that, like, okay, that's not cool, okay, they're doing that, am I going to like meet them there, or am I just going to see it as it is and keep living my life? So pulling away anything that's coming up energetically that is tangible for me. You are, especially if you have recognized that what is the core of this for you is worthiness issues, then I have an ASMR Reiki video exactly on that topic. So I will put it as it's going to be up on either side. Below as well in the description, so you can watch that either and come back, or you can just watch it after this one. But so just one thought that came to my mind right now is that if you relate to the parent thing that I just spoke about, if you have parents that are constantly projecting onto you, expecting of you, and especially if they're being very verbal, really direct about it, well, you can use the tool interesting point of view. They have that point of view. And I also did a really short video about that tool, just like an introduction about it, and I mainly talk about in that video how to use it for yourself, because we have so many points of view that are not really serving us, that are keeping us stuck. But you can use that also when someone you are around, someone that you have any kind of relationship with, and if your points of view don't really match, you can just acknowledge that, okay, this is a point of view, it's just a point of view, and you can just use that as a mantra. Interesting point of view, they have that point of view. Interesting point of view, they have that point of view. Interesting point of view, they have that point of view. Interesting point of view, I have that point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, they have that another point of view. Those are all just points of view. There's no, it's not good or bad. Yes, it's either serving us or not. It's distracting to us or not. It's not something we have to judge though. But it's a point of view, and you can choose to not agree with it. Yeah. And you know, no one can tell you otherwise, but you know what points of view are serving you and what are not. But if we do clear away all points of view, everything that's left is just free will and free choice. Because we don't really have free unlimited choice if we are stuck in a point of view that this is the right way to do it, this is the wrong way, this is good, this is bad, oh, I have to live up to these expectations, otherwise I'm no good, otherwise my family won't love me. Like, this is all the point of view. Okay. Let's do a quick selenite sweep. Just going through your whole body, just starting with this area here, your upper two chakras, and just your head, your skull, everything connected, related to that. Selenite is extremely cleansing energy-wise. We're just pulling out anything from your mind that is not contributing to you as of this moment. Moving down to the rest of your body. To your sides. And I'm going to go to the back of your body. Thank you. So, going to let the Reiki flow some more. Chokore, chokore, chokore. Chokore, chokore, chokore. Kriya, kriya, kriya. Kriya, kriya, kriya. You are worthy. You are enough. You are born enough, and so much more than just enough. You are so magical. You are magical beyond your mind's understanding. But know that only you can allow the mind to have control over you. You can always put that barrier that is the mind down with love, with gentleness, to start and allowing yourself to fully be the magnificence, the magic that you truly be. any and all lifetimes, by any and all beings, bodies or not in bodies, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and buckle, nine shirts, boys and beyonds. And I recommend doing this for like every day for 30 days and notice the difference. I do it every time I remember. I used to do it every day, like when I was starting. That's why it's in this bag. There we go. It's only sticky if it goes out of the bottle and it's just like leaking and hanging around on like plastic and stuff. But if it's put on skin, it's not gonna be sticky. So any pines are so soothing to me. I hope it's the same for you. So cedar is actually one of my favorite trees. Oh no, wait. Cypress. Yeah. Cypress is my favorite tree. I was confusing the two. Okay, so I'm just tapping lightly on your third eye, so between your two eyes. A Reiki symbol, chokore, 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 chokore. And then just like tapping it into your energy body, your aura. All my bones cracking. Okay, so I intend that the energy, the frequency of the cedar essential oil, that it gets sent to you energetically wherever you are watching this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I hope this session contributed to you, that it shifted something for you and hopefully created space for new choices, new creations, and like a opportunity for you to be more you, however that is perceived with others. And know that when you fully become you, when you fully break free from what others think, you become free. It's that simple. You become free to be and create whatever and in each month.